All right, let's get started with this Wealth Wednesday. I'm trying to get it synced up with both Twitch and Instagram Live, but the Instagram is acting crazy. So we're just going to kick it off and start with this week's Wealth Wednesday with Passive Income University, presented by yours truly, Curtis G. And of course, we always have to start off with the disclaimer before we jump into any of the education, any of the stock info, and any of the investments. So, really quick, let's take care of the disclaimer. Please note that the following is not legal advice and is provided for informational and educational purposes only. Investing in securities carries a high degree of risk and can result in the loss of your entire investment. You should consult with a qualified financial advisor or legal professional before making any investment decisions. The information contained in this presentation does not constitute an offer or solicitation to buy or sell any securities or other financial instruments. Any opinions expressed in this presentation are subject to change without notice and should not be relied upon as a recommendation to buy or sell any securities. Please do your own due diligence and research before making any investment decisions. All right, so I'm tapped in. If you watch my stories, I'm also live on Twitch. So if that's a better streaming experience for you, go ahead and watch me on Twitch. Give me a follow. I'm going to test out different platforms, going live on multiple. So whether it's Instagram and YouTube, Instagram and Twitch, TikTok, whatever the case may be. But we got the disclaimer out the way. So let's jump into the agenda for today, which is we're going to talk about the PIU affiliate program. Of course, give an update on my portfolio, talk about the stocks in focus, basically either the stocks that I'm concentrating in, I'm adding into my portfolio, or that's on my watch list, the book club, and of course, investment bingo. But as y'all already know, the motto is learn new skills, earn new money. Now, kicking it off, I wanted to talk about the affiliate program. So within PIU, we've created an affiliate program, and this is really my way of giving you all another way to get passive income. This is actually one that I'm the most proud of. So my favorite kinda is dividend income. That's what y'all hear me talk about and kind of preach about all the time. But of course, there's the easiest, which I believe is cash back rewards or cash back from credit card purchases. But this is actually, one that I'm the most proud of, which is a source of passive income that I created. Now, PIU is based on two components, right? Passive Income University has two arms. You've got the standalone courses that you can buy, and then you've got the actual Passive Income University program that you can join and be a part of the community. Now, if you sign up to be an affiliate with Passive Income University, you'll get anywhere from 30 to 50% of that revenue share. Now, it's 30% for the standalone products that you see here. So I have a few different products. I want to break them down for everybody. The first of which is the Blueprint Investing Fundamentals. Now, the investing fundamentals, the way that this is super dope is it is comprised upon or is made up of courses that will help somebody learn A to Z, the beginning to basically becoming proficient with learning to invest. And then there is the profit, which is to show people who want to learn how to trade. But the dope thing about joining the PIU affiliate program is that you will get revenue kickback or revenue paid to you for each person that makes a purchase through your link. So I just wanted to spit that out there to y'all, show you the different opportunities to gain passive income. And that's one way that we are giving back, or that I'm giving back, through Passive Income University. Now let's chop it up and let's talk about what's new in PIU. So we've got some newly created channels. We've got the EEO channel. If you don't know what EEO stands for, that stands for Equal Employment Opportunity. And that we have a particular member who actually works in that field, and she's going to be giving us all the things that we should know about EEO related laws and regulations. So you can jump in there and look at that channel within the server and learn those different things, because most of us work 9 to 5s, and it's extremely important that we know what's up when it comes to these EEO laws. And then we've got a channel called Tangibles. Now, the Tangibles channel is going to be used to show the direct way that we've given back within PIU. So not just through a giveaway where somebody's won cash or a gift card, but what were the plays, what were the investment opportunities, what were the different things that had you took advantage of them or acted upon them, how much would you have saved or made? So for example, I put out a kind of a hack, if you will, with the Walmart Plus / American Express Platinum. And it's more associated with Walmart Plus, right? So with Walmart Plus, if you have it, you can get up to 20% or 20 cents off each gallon if you go to an Exxon or a mobile gas station. So I tested it out the other day. It actually really works. And I was able to save $3.59 on my gas. The original price was $5.13 per gallon, but I was able to pay $4.93. So there's going to be different hacks in there. And at the end of each month, when we've collected and combined all of those tangibles, it'll be put into the tangibles channel or the tangibles chat. And you can see month to month the kind of savings or profits the members of the PIU community have made. So just wanted to touch on that a little bit. We also have 2 new channels, one for investors and one for traders. So if you join the Passive Income University and you are specifically joining because you want to learn how to invest for the long term, or you want to learn how to invest for or trade, we've got 2 channels set up with a curriculum, a course workflow that you can go through at your own pace. So just to show you guys over here in the Discord. So if you join Passive Income University and you're joining specifically because you want to learn how to trade, we have an entire channel set up just for you. And it starts off with this walkthrough, this beginning video. You can watch it at your own pace. And then there's a quiz or an exam after that. And then once you complete that, you can ask us any questions related to what you missed or what you didn't understand. And then we've got options trading for beginners. So that's the second course, the second video that you would watch. And that's going to plug you in to get you started with options trading. And then there's a course for that as well. And then following that, there's the options mechanics part 1. And that gets into some of the nitty gritty when it comes to learning how to options trade. Now, on the flip side, if you're joining Passive Income University and you wanted to know how to learn how to invest, we start off again with the market money, understanding stocks and the basics of investing. And then we've got a quiz. And then week to week, we're going to be adding content in here for our new investors. So just wanted to touch on those new channels that were created for the Passive Income University. And we can get back to what's going on with this Wealth Wednesday. All right. So I'm going to give y'all a portfolio update. This right here shows the top 5 holdings in my portfolio by the percentage of the account. So these are the stocks in my portfolio that have the most shares or make up for the most in terms of dollar amount. Number 1 is Main Street Capital. I'm pretty sure all of you have seen my posts. You hear me talk about it all the time on Instagram and social media. That makes up 35% of my account. And then it's followed by Apple in second place, which is almost 18%. And then Realty Income, which is 10% of my portfolio, followed by Vici Properties, which is a little over 7.5%. And then I got highlighted here ADP, which makes up almost 5% of my portfolio. And I have it highlighted because we want to talk about ADP specifically in the Stocks in Focus coming up. So y'all rock with me and we're going to break down why I like ADP and why I've added it to my portfolio and to my positions. Okay, so portfolio update. I wanted to spotlight each month at the beginning of the month. I'm going to give you guys a breakdown of where I'm at with my annual dividend income. So if you don't know, PADI, P-A-D-I, it stands for projected annual dividend income. And so in June, at the beginning of the month, I was getting or projected to get $614. By the beginning of July, I had raised that to $635. And then by the beginning of August, I had raised it to $674. So just showing you guys the progress, what a little bit of consistency looks like, and just adding either money directly to my portfolio or consolidating and exiting out of positions, taking that money and buying more shares of other positions. Now, as of today, August 30th, this Wealth Wednesday, I am currently at $740.39 in projected annual dividend income. And that's really dope because what that looks like is roughly $61 a month or $14 a week or $2 every day. So every day that I wake up, I'm getting $2 in passive income from my dividends. But it all depends on how you look at the money, right? $61 could be considered, I can get 1 free tank of gas every month. $14 a week is like, hey, I can get a free meal every week if I wanted to. So it all depends on how you look at it to keep yourself motivated. All right, so now let's jump into the stocks in focus. Now, specifically, as y'all saw, ADP is a part of my long-term dividend portfolio. The current price as of today is $254.93. But here are some of the things that I wanted to spotlight, real surface, top of the iceberg for you guys. From 2019 to 2023, ADP has increased their net income, so pretty much their profit, from 2.2 billion all the way up to 3.4 billion. And then I thought this was super cool or super important for stats. 1 in every 6 US workers are paid through ADP. So I was focusing on that because it does show somewhat of a monopolistic kind of control of the market structure with ADP. And I look for that because it also puts them to kind of be in the realm of a toll booth companies. And if you tapped in with us last week for Wealth Wednesday, that's one of my new focuses for finding positions or finding stocks to add to my portfolio if they have a toll booth nature to their business model or to their business dominance over their competition. And if you don't know, if you don't remember, toll booth companies are companies that simply sit back and collect fees, right? We think about Apple. Apple is considered a toll booth company because every app that's in the App Store that charges money, Apple gets 30 cents or 30% on every one of those transactions. We think about card processing companies like Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. Those are toll booth companies because every time their cards are swiped, they get a kickback on that transaction amount, or they get a percentage. But focusing specifically on the dividend numbers, here's the dope part about ADP. Their payout ratio is 58%. And just a reminder, when it comes to the payout ratio, you want that number to be far away from 100. You want it to be further away from 100, because what it means is for every $1 that ADP brings in revenue, 58 cents is going to their shareholders in the form of a dividend, which leaves about 42 cents for them to expand the business, develop new products, get more market share, so on and so forth. So the closer this number is to 100, that's more of a red flag. You want this number to be closer, or in the lower end, closer to 0. But the dope thing about ADP is they've had consistent dividend growth for the last 24 years. So just imagine if you have this company in your portfolio, you've gotten a consistent raise for 24 years straight. Now, the current yield on ADP's dividend is 1.97%, so a little under 2%. And essentially what that means is if you look at it with $100, you'll be getting $1.97 in dividends. So for every $100 that you buy an ADP stock per year, you'll be getting about $2. And what that looks like per share is $1.25 or $5 a year per share. So if you're able to buy one share, you'll get $5 a year in dividends from ADP. Just a reminder, even though the stock price for ADP is $254.93, do not let that deter you if you believe that that's expensive. The key is being able to buy fractional shares or parts of a share, which most companies will allow you to do. Most companies will allow you to buy a part of a share. So if you only got $100 to invest in ADP, go ahead and get that $100 worth. You'll still get the ratio breakdown when it comes to getting the dividend income or the share price. All right, next up for the stock in focus, it is Intuit. Now, this one's super dope. The current share price is just over $540. And from 2019 all the way up to 2023, they've grown their net income from 1.5 billion up to 2.3 billion. And some key stats that I wanted to focus on is Intuit owns the products that are very familiar with people, which is Credit Karma, TurboTax, QuickBooks, and Mint. And all of these not only generate massive amounts of revenue in their own right, but they also have a huge amount of personal data that's collected. And so these 4 products in and of themselves can work as an ecosystem for Intuit to be able to deliver more products that'll work seamlessly with their customer base. Now, speaking to the dividend, they've got a payout ratio of 14.87%. So just imagine they've got a low payout ratio, which is what I was just talking about, right? So it's far away from 100. So if the payout ratio is 14.87, that means for every $100 that Intuit makes, only $14 or just under $15 is going to their shareholders in the form of dividends. And then the rest of the money, the $85 almost, is going to expanding the business, developing new products, getting more market share. And then when it comes to the dividend growth, Intuit has grown their dividend consistently or back to back for the last 11 years. So just like I said with ADP, just imagine if you got this in your portfolio, you've gotten a raise for the last 11 years. and the yield is 0.67%, meaning that if you only have $100 to buy into Intuit, you will get 67 cents for every $100 that you buy. But if you were to buy a full share, you'll get 90 cents per share or $3.60 per one share that you own in dividend income. But those were the stocks in focus that I just wanted to touch on. And so that's what I'll be focusing on in my portfolio in the coming days as I get more money, adding to my position in ADP, and possibly getting into Intuit. It's currently on my watch list. All right, so the PIU Book Club. If you're a part of Passive Income University, I mentioned this last week, but we will be starting the book club September 1st. And the first book that we're going to start with is the 60-Minute Workday. Now, we're going to review it on a week-to-week basis, and the PDFs to the books will be provided in the Discord and the community, so you won't necessarily have to worry about going to buy the book. And then we're going to break down each book each week and apply it to our trading. So these books, which are super dope, this is led by one of our members, Can't Be KB. These books are less than 100 pages, so it's not like you're having to dedicate so much of your time to reading them, or there's going to be so many chapters. For the most part, you should be able to knock them out in a pretty fast time. Some of the books are only 50 pages, some are only 20. But this is the first book that we're going to start with, which is the 60-Minute Workday that talks about stock trading. And then lastly, we've got the investment bingo. So I'm going to customize one, create one for PIU. We will update ourselves week to week, and we're going to start this Friday, September 1st. And once someone's able to make a row with proof, you got to come with your receipts, you got to come with your screenshots. Once someone's able to make a row, they will win a prize or a gift. It'll either be cash or a gift card. So I want y'all to be on the lookout for everybody that's in PIU. Be on the lookout for the investment bingo, because once we get started, I'm super stoked. I'm excited for how that's going to turn out. It's just another way that I'm trying to encourage us all to stay on our investing, stay consistent with investing. But that does wrap it up for this week's Wealth Wednesday. If you got any questions, as I always say, don't hesitate to holler at your boy, Curtis G. I appreciate y'all for tapping in and spending time with me today and working with me as I did the live both on Instagram and for the first time on Twitch. All right, y'all, holler at me. Peace.